There are very few nights. There have been very few nights in my DFS career where I am completely speechless. I had 10 years of playing DFS. Maybe a few nights. I don't know if I can come up with the word. Don't like the rant / tilt. Fast forward 10 minutes. This is going to be a okay. So there's some people, which I get it. If you don't want to watch me, don't want to watch me rant, watch me tilt. Fast forward 10 minutes for the breakdown. I'm shaking. Shaking. I just drank a beer. Okay? I never, ever drink by myself. The only time I drink is when I go out. I cracked a beer tonight. So I'm not even going to cover the 9 injuries in 4 days that I've had the last 4 days, right? If you guys want to go watch that, go ahead and watch that. We're not even going to talk about that. Not going to talk about it. Trying to pose myself here. Drink a beer by myself. Needed something harder, to be honest. Okay, so let's start. Beginning of the day. Okay, you got a nice early slate, right? Nice 4 games. Look solid. Some teams that have, some DNP risk, some teams that don't. Look like a pretty solid slate to start the day. Am I right? All right, so start the day off. I have extremely, and I mean extremely, low-owned Sharif Cooper. Sub 10%. 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 boards in the first half. I'm thinking, nailed it, right? Sharif Cooper, no one played him. Let's go, right? No one played him. Oh, so, I check back in. I'm doing some more work, answering some questions. I check back in at Cleveland Cavs, see what's happening in the second half. Sharif Cooper not out there. Injured. Another one. No ownership. Negative ownership. Sharif Cooper smashing. 10th injury in 4 days. Put it on the board. Right? One. Now you might think, okay, yeah, you have been the most unlucky person in the history of gambling these last 4 days. You just had an injury to start the day, right? Nothing else could have happened. Right? There's no possible way that anything else, any other bad luck could have happened. Right? Now, what I have to say to that is you are absolutely wrong. There's a lot more. I should have been a notepad slate. To be honest, I got the notepad right here. I had taken some notes. Jot down some notes of the events that occurred. We'll start with the low-owned smashing Cooper injury. Yes, sir. Right? Okay. Now what else? Right? Well, there's a lot more. Philadelphia. Jaden Springer. sat last game, injury. There's no way he's playing today, right? There's no way. No way. When a team shuts down like a second-year guy, they don't come. The Thunder was an extremely rare scenario that we saw yesterday. There's no way, right? Ricky Council, I'm looking at his prize picks prop, 12.5. You better believe I'm slamming that over, right? No Springer. Big usage bumper for Ricky Council, the rookie. Yeah, I'm taking that over, right? I take the over 12.5 points. Springer plays. Not only does he play, 32 minutes. Okay. Ricky Council has 8 points at a halftime. I'm thinking, okay, now can I just get lucky one time? Like, I would not have touched this prop if I knew that Springer was playing. Can I just get lucky one time? 1 point in the second half. No way. Well, that's number 2, right? Some reason Jade Springer, some reason he plays. Okay. Why? I don't even know if I mentioned this because I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, I played Kennedy Chandler on the early as well. 6 of 22 shooting. That's not really super tall. It's still a decent game. So like, again, I don't even know if I wanted to mention that was okay. So last game, Heat Bucks. I got the Sharif Cooper injury right. I got to pivot to something. I'm going to Nikola Jovic. Okay, going to Nikola Jovic. No one played him. Sub 5%. I'm thinking, okay, I got a chance, right? I got a chance. Paired him with AJ Green. We had no idea what was happening in that game. No news of Heat Bucks. Low own AJ Green, low own Nikola Jovic. They can carry this team with my injured Sharif Cooper, who was absolutely smashing. They can carry it. Check. Yeah. See what the starting lineup is. Oh, way after lock, we get news. Nikola Jovic. He's resting today. He's resting. It's a rest day in the summer league. Nikola Jovic, who played 16 minutes the previous. He needs rest. A rest day. AJ Green, do you think he's playing today? Oh, no way. He's out too. He's out too. No news. No news. Oh, okay. That's the early slate for me, right? We got Sharif Cooper injured at halftime. We got Springer, for some reason, playing to chalk my Ricky Council over on prize picks. And then we get Nikola Jovic resting, and AJ Green is not playing. So that's the early slate. Okay? So, move on to the main slate. Let's move on to the main slate. The main slate. I got my lineup, right? I full stack Houston Golden State. It was the right move, right? Massive shootout. Everyone smashes in the game. Took Guy Santos over 14.5 points on prize picks. Took us over 14.5 points. 14 points midway through the third quarter. Right to the locker room for Santos. Done for the night. I take his over 14.5. He has 14 early in the third. Injured. My 11th injury in the last 4 days. Chalk all my prize pick slips. I'll talking about this in the Discord. The previous 2 leagues in Summer League, I've made $5K plus each year on Summer League. And this year, I think I'm down $1,000 in Summer League because every single day I have at least one guy get injured in my slips. I can't take it anymore. I literally cannot take it. Obviously, the Ricky Council stuff. Guy Santos, 14.5, he's soaring over. He has 14 early in the third. Injured. Done for the day. I'm cursed. I was literally like looking things up. I'm like, how to remove a curse from a person? Someone put a curse on me. You can show this video to anyone in the sports gambling community. There's no one that runs worse. Show them what happened to me the last 4 days with the 9+ injuries I've had, right? So yeah, like early game, it was the right move to stack. I had Whitmore, I had Samuels, I had Hudgens. Don't get me started in Darius Days, minutes ticking way up. I got to tilt this really quick. The fish that chase Mayer and Perry get rewarded. That was so incredibly tilting. Also, Golden State, I have Jackson Davis in my starting lineup. The literal Golden State Warriors Twitter account tweets out the starting lineup. No Jackson Davis. The beat writer says that Jackson Davis is on a minutes limit. Go turn on the Golden State Warriors game. Jackson Davis in the starting lineup. I had him in my lineup. Pivot off. He started. And the Golden State Warriors tweeted he was not in the starting lineup. And what did he do in the starting lineup? Absolute smash. 14-7-1, steal and a block. I pivot off. They say he's not starting. The literal Golden State Warriors. It's a lie. Unbelievable. But yeah, the people that chased Perry, who had massive DNP risk, get rewarded. And the people that chased Mayer, who had a massive outlier game, get rewarded with just guy can't miss from three steals too. That's the early game. Right? Pelicans game. Right? So looking at prize picks. Hawkins, right? Hawkins for the Pels. There's some DNP risk possibly with Dyson Daniels. Sebron, think he plays, but maybe there's a chance he doesn't play. So I'm looking at Hawkins, and I'm looking at 14 points. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, we're taking that. We're taking that. Let's see what Hawkins did. 2 of 13 shooting and 1 of 6 from 3. 2 of 13 shooting. Now, here. So all those things, right? Like I said, this is gonna be a long tilt. So fast forward if you don't want to watch this. So after everything that's happened the last 4 days, now everything I just explained to you that happened today, you have to you gotta say there's no way it's not possible. Nothing else that could have happened, right? No. If any other bad luck happened to me today, I'm officially the worst. They have the worst luck in the world. No way that anything else could have happened tonight. Right? Wrong. And very, very wrong, might I add. So the Magic. The absolute key to the slate. Get this Raptors game going. Multiple games going to overtime, so we're probably not going to get news. So what do? For the hour before lock of the Magic game, I have like 100 tabs open on Twitter. Any Orlando Magic, if you had Orlando Magic, anything in your Twitter account, I'm scrolling through tweets, and I'm reading every single article out there. I find some news, right? I find an article of the Magic, how the Magic coach said that everyone was going to play in the Summer League. Everyone. Lay this out for you, right? They had 6 guys that did not play last game. They have like 25 on the roster of the Orlando Magic. So I make a post on Patreon, right? Thinking, okay. Post that article of the coach saying that everyone's gonna play. So I think there's high DNP risk with the main guys or the vets, right? So Black, Howard really didn't get any ownership. DJ Wilson didn't get any ownership, but Witherspoon, right? That was the one. And I had him in my lineup, looking for an hour straight on Twitter. I'm doing so much, digging through Twitter, anything, articles, Magic. I'm just working so incredibly hard to find any piece of news. Everything that I've seen sounds like they're just going to, empty the bench tonight and play all the end of the bench. Okay? So, post that on Twitter. Post what I think could be the starting lineup if they do end up resting those guys. So I'm thinking, all right, what do I do with Witherspoon, right? I'm looking phenomenal going into the late game. But I really don't want to take in DNP, and I think Witherspoon's going to be popular, right? So I'm thinking, gosh, I think I'm going to risk it, right? One time, I get a little bit lucky, right? Can it just happen? Because here's the thing with the Orlando Magic, right? They had so many vets on their team that they shut down. And Witherspoon's like a 4th, 5th year guy, okay? This is not like, he's not a rookie. I think this is his 4th or 5th year in the NBA, Witherspoon, okay? And it's not just the main guys for the Magic they've been shutting down, right? Kevin Harris, they shut him down. Elijah Hughes played 1 game, and then they shut him down. He's a vet. He's like, I don't even think he's on the roster. I'm making an educated guess here, right? I'm thinking, all right, the Magic have so many players in the roster. All right, I don't think Howard plays. I don't think Black plays. I don't think Wilson plays. And I don't think Witherspoon plays. I pivot off of Witherspoon in my lineup that's looking amazing. Get locking in the game. No news, right? Because the overtime of games are way delayed, okay? So, check ownership a lock, and I see Witherspoon in the 180 is like 55%. Just one time, man. I am looking amazing. And 2 guys I played on the Magic, I pivot from Witherspoon to Kai Soto. Big, he's like a 7'3" big, and good point per minute guy. I pivot to him from Witherspoon. Really think there's a good chance Witherspoon does not play. It makes all the sense in the world to sit him and play the end of the bench guys. Okay? So I pivot from Witherspoon to Soto. After everything that has happened to me, can I please get lucky one time, man. Just one time. I have him and I have Baker. I'm just, again, praying that the Magic shut down. So, take a look at the starting lineup. No Jet Howard. No Black. This means there's no way that Wilson and Witherspoon play, right? 5th year, Quindary Witherspoon. When the Magic have been shutting down all their vets, and Witherspoon just played big minutes last game. At massive ownership tonight. I fade him in the starting lineup. Okay, so, and DJ Wilson in the starting lineup when I played the 2 bigs in Soto and in Baker. Right? Time. After all the bad luck today, there's no way. Right? There's no way. But then I see, all right, Magic, they still have like 15 guys they can play. So I'm thinking, all right, this is going to be like a Pistons rotation from yesterday. They're going to play everyone. Witherspoon, he's a vet. He's not going to play much, right? First half. Oh, they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They played 12 guys. They played 12 guys in the first half. What? Witherspoon, there's no way he played a ton of minutes in the first half, right? The game was the Blazers are up by like 30 at half. Right? There's no way. Let's see what Witherspoon played in the first half. 20-minute half, by the way. 16 minutes. 4 steals at halftime. 16 minutes, 4 steals at halftime for Giga Chalk Witherspoon. Oh, yeah, I'm fuming now. Right? I am so mad now. Why is he playing? Why is he playing this much? It makes no sense at 55% ownership, and I pivot off because I'm worried about the DNP. And then okay. And this is what I say. I've never seen anything like this. What I'm about to tell you. I've never seen anything like this. What I'm about to tell you with the second half for the Orlando Magic. Okay. Okay. Witherspoon checks out. Third quarter. He had, I think, 4 steals or something at that point. 4 steals and a block, I think. He checks out. Still wasn't having like an insane game. I think he had like 20-something fantasy points. Checks out. The Blazers are up by 30. Right? It's time. I have Baker and I have Soto. 2 bigs for the Magic. They're going to play all this garbage time. Yes, right? Like, let's go. Oh, I checked my phone in the fourth quarter. Quindary Witherspoon played almost the whole third. Again, Blazers up by 30. The game is an absolute massive blowout. So who starts the fourth quarter when the Blazers are up by 30? Who bet? It's Giga Chalk Witherspoon. He's right back in there. Down 30. Well, the Magic have like 15 guys. He's in there. He's in there for the fourth. And you want to know what happened in the fourth? He takes over. Almost a triple-double. 7 steals and a block in garbage time. He plays all but 1 minute in the fourth quarter in garbage time. The Blazers are up by 30 points. And Giga Chalk, veteran, 5th-year Witherspoon, 7 steals and a block and plays all of garbage time. Like, that's what I said. I've never been speechless. I was speechless watching that. Witherspoon goes for like 20 points in the fourth quarter, 7 steals and a block at massive ownership. He plays all of garbage time. When the Magic have so many guys in their roster, 13 guys. 13 guys tonight. But you're... And you know what? There's one more thing, too. There's one more thing. So you know how I mentioned that I played Baker and Soto, the 2 bigs, right? I'm thinking, all right, why would DJ Wilson play 2? DJ Wilson plays... Okay. Like, all right. The Witherspoon thing, I can't take it, but at least, right? At least I'm going to get garbage time for Baker or Soto, right? At least I'm going to get that, man. Like, just give me something. Just anything, right? Garbage time for Baker and Soto, the 2 cheap bigs that I played. They have to be out there for garbage time, right? There's no way. There's no way that they're on the bench in garbage time. You guys know, do you want to know who closed the game? Played almost entire fourth quarter. It wasn't Baker. No, he played less with all the Magic guys in, or all the Magic guys out tonight. He played less than he had in previous games. At no ownership, I played Baker. Wasn't Soto, your big that hasn't played yet in the Summer League. Want to know who played almost the entire fourth quarter? DJ Wilson. It was DJ Wilson. It was him. I have Soto. I have Baker. The game's a massive blowout. How about you close with your starting center? Okay. All right. So I said, I literally have never been speechless before after the events that I you want to know what I was like watching the fourth quarter of the Magic? Here, I'll bring it up. Do you want to know? This is an actual reenactment of what I was like watching this Magic fourth. Want to know what I was like? This was me. You just listen to me rant for what, 10, 15 minutes? I don't know how long it's been. And you're gonna, if anyone's gonna try to tell me that there's someone that runs worse than me after what you just heard tonight, I'm just gonna say you're a liar. There are a few times where I've been speechless at the end of the night. Literally speechless at those events. Witherspoon, high DNP risk, massive ownership. The game's a massive blowout, and he plays the whole fourth quarter, 7 steals and a block, 20-plus fancy points in the fourth quarter. And there's one more thing, too. I told you how I had Witherspoon, right? I was looking for every article, an hour, I'm looking on Twitter. Literally, I had 100. I think I had 100 tabs open, Twitter, Magic, and I'm looking through anything I can find. So I had Witherspoon. I pivot to Soto. Pivoted to Soto. Well, if I had kept Witherspoon, I would have won the $180 tournament. 4,000 to first, I would have kept Witherspoon. I pivoted to Soto. Played low on Baker. 2 bench bigs for the Magic, right? They have to. DJ Wilson. DJ Wilson closes the game. Soto checked in for the last minute. I'm speechless. Legit speechless. That was my night. Now, sure, right? I cashed. Witherspoon pivot cost me $4,000. All right. I think that might have been the longest tilt I've ever had on my YouTube channel. So, well, some of you come just for the tilts. There it is. Hope you had your popcorn. I don't have words. I literally don't have words. One last thing I'll say again. There's absolutely no one that runs worse. No. It's locked in. No one runs worse than me. You guys all know that. Everyone knows that. There's no arguments. Twitter, YouTube, no. It is not humanly possible to run worse. Not. Okay. Let's talk about this slate now. Welcome, guys. My name is D. Let's talk about this 6-game DFS slate here for Friday for Summer League. If you guys are new, again, I cover content for DFS, Prize Picks. Prize Picks are the sponsor of the video. I've been absolutely incinerating my money over there because I have an injury, 1+ injury at least every single day. But if you guys want to use the code DKDFS for 100% match up to $100, you can to get on their player prop site. It's a lot of fun when you don't have injuries every single day like I have. Again, I think I'm down like $1,000 on Prize Picks over this week. It's absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, let's talk about this slate. Boston, New York. So they do not have Delano Banton in the player pool, but he played last game, and him playing does affect everyone else here in Boston. So I'll bring up the minutes last game for the Boston Celtics. J.D. Davidson, we talked about him, how he shit his pants 2 games ago, and he literally shit his pants 3 games ago. But he played 26 minutes, had a really solid game. Again, he's a stat sheet stuffer, but 26 minutes not ideal. Champagny for Boston played 30 minutes. Banton played 30 minutes. Again, he's not in the player pool. Walsh played 31 minutes, had a really good game. And Oleg started, played 21 minutes. Azubuike backed him up, played 19 minutes. Scrub had a really good game off the bench in 23 minutes. So Davidson, fine tournament play. I think Champagny or Walsh would be the guys that would be the easiest to get to. 7-4 for Champagny. Walsh is 6.8K. Full solid plays in the mid-range. I don't think I'm going to get to Scrub. I don't think he can continue to produce like that in limited action. Azubuike and Oleg, they should split the center position. Oleg is 5K. Azubuike is 5'7". Yeah, that's a Bean moved to the bench. He barely played, so I would not go to him. Let's talk about New York. I have no idea what this Knicks team is doing. None. I'm tired of Isaiah Roby, too. This guy doesn't come back in the fourth quarter when it was over PRA. Just absolutely awful in the Summer League, but for the Thunder, when he's actually playing on an NBA roster, he can smash in limited run. But yeah, Summer League, playing against all these rookies, nah, he's not doing it. Jeffries has been out last couple games. Don't think he'll play. Roby, just not doing much. Only played 23 minutes. Foster at 6'9", played 29 minutes. Again, feels a little pricey. Keels, I have no idea why he's not playing more. It doesn't make any sense. Martin's the easiest guy to get to. He's my favorite play in the Knicks. 34 and 30 minutes last couple games. Sub 6K. He's the guy I like the best. If you want to get to Garrett off the bench in 20-ish minutes, that's fine. Peterson had a really good game in 24 minutes last game. Okay. If you want to play whoever this guy is, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's been playing about 15 minutes, about a fantasy point per minute. But yeah, Knicks team, I don't feel good about this team at all. Dallas, big news. Hardy's out for the Summer League. We know McKinley Wright's out for the Summer League as well. The minutes have ticked up for the bigs as well. I know the game went to overtime, but still 30 minutes for Lively. And Prosper, I think, played a little bit more, 33. So I actually do have interest in both these bigs. 6'8 for Lively, 6'3 for Prosper. AJ Lawson, without Jaden Hardy now, should get a pretty significant usage bump. I think he'll be relied on pretty heavily offensively. I like him. My favorite play on Dallas would be Miles. He started last game, played 24 minutes, had a really good game. So I really like Miles there. And then I don't know who the fifth starter would be. Could they start a guy like Braxton Key? Sure. I don't know who the fifth starter is going to be. Whoever is the fifth starter, I would like. But yeah, I'm very high on Miles. I like AJ Lawson without Hardy. They had a massive bump, and the bigs look better too, Lively and Prosper. So there's actually a good amount to like here for Dallas. On the Pacers side, I mean, like Oscar, doesn't start the second half, barely plays more with Isaiah Jackson out. Can someone just explain that to me, right, man? Like, come on. What is that? What is that? Pacers rotation, played 10 guys. Wasn't ideal. Walker played the most, 29 minutes. Shepard played the most, 29 minutes. Only 21 for Brown, 24 for Wong. King played 16 minutes, 23 for Woodard, 23 for Eli Brooks. Not the most ideal rotation. Again, Mather, Nemhard, and Jackson are all done. If you want to get to Walker at 9-3 at the top, I don't think he's going to be popular, but he should play around 30 minutes. Shepard was horrific last game, 2 of 9 shooting, but the minutes have been there. He's just relatively scoring dependent. Oscar, I mean, I don't know what to do with him. Only played 16 minutes. If he starts again, sure, but he didn't start the second half. Kendall Brown got a little bit lucky with him last game. 3 steals, 3 blocks. I can't lie. Only 21 minutes is a bit concerning. Wong, you think your rookie you would want to give him a lot of minutes. Nope, only 24 minutes, but he did smash in that time. Again, though, 24 minutes a little bit concerning. King, your rookie, you think you'd want to play him a lot, right? Nope, 16 minutes. So, I don't know. If you want to take shots like Brooks or Woodard, be my guest. But a little bit concerned about the Pacers rotation. Miami, I don't know, man. I mean, the beat writer said that Jovic was resting on a back-to-back, so I think he plays, but I'm not playing him unless you get confirmation. If he does play and we get that news before lock, then I actually do like Nikola Jovic. If not, you can look to Orlando Robinson. You can look to Kane. You can look to Drew Smith, Bouye. Those guys would all benefit if there's no Jovic. I'd be shocked if Jaquez plays. He has not been practicing. Bouye off the bench had, I think, another solid game in 28 minutes. He did. Again, he's a guy that can stuff a stat sheet. So I like Bouye. I like Smith, Robinson, Kane, all those guys if there's no Jovic. But if Jovic plays, all those guys look a bit worse. Peterson's been starting. He's playing mid-20s minutes. I'm kind of just fine. All right, Denver. Last game, we got the Denver late scratch with Watson. Also, Kamagate did not play, so I assume both are done for the Summer League. Starting on, we saw Hunter Tyson start. He played 31 minutes. If he starts again, I think he's my favorite play on Denver. Good rebounder, not a bad point per minute guy. So I do like Tyson a good amount, assuming he starts. Pickett, Strother, they get a bump in usage without Peyton Watson. They both look a bit better, assuming both play. As is Gillespie, he looks better as well. So they run that same starting lineup as last game, then all these guards plus Tyson looked a lot better. And then they started Sims. He played 23 minutes. He'd be a reasonable value. Golden barely played off the bench, but he is a guy that could see some more minutes. Cassius Stanley's been smashing in very limited run. If we get news that maybe a Gillespie sits or maybe one of those other guards sit, then Stanley could be a smash play just because, again, he's been super productive in the very, very limited minutes. So I definitely am intrigued by him for GPPs. San Antonio, Detroit, a lot of news to talk about. We know Wembanyama is done. We also know that Malachi Branham is now done. Also, their rookie, Rice, is expected to play. He has not played at all in the Summer League, so I think he'll get some run at the flat min price. Starters, I think they go with the Champagny, Barlow, Wesley, Sissoko. I don't know who the fifth starter will be. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, Champagny and Wesley and Barlow, I think, all stand out with now no Wembanyama and no Branham. They've been running a relatively tight rotation, so I'm pretty high in all these main Spurs. Barlow, Champagny, Wesley, all look really, really good to me. Sissoko's been starting. He started last game with we got Wembanyama out. He played 27 minutes. The minutes been there. He's cheap. I think he's fine. Bit of a low floor, but he's relatively cheap. And then we'll see who the fifth starter is. I'll have interest in whoever it is. Maybe it is Rice, since he'll be available. I don't know. So Spurs, definitely a team I do like for tomorrow. The Pistons, I mean, there's 3 guys, I think, and 3 guys only I would play for Detroit. I mean, I would be shocked if Ivy, Durden, and Wiseman play. They didn't play last game. I think they're done for the Summer League. But this Pistons rotation, outside of 3 guys, was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. I think they played everyone on the roster. I think they played like 15 guys. Only 3 guys have interest in it. Short Thompson, Saucer, and Roden. I think that's it. So Thompson at 9.5, if you have the salary for him, should play around 30 minutes. Should be the clear go-to guy. Saucer had a decent game in 28 minutes. I think he's probably my favorite overall play on the Pistons. Or Jared Roden, a 4.9 who played 28 minutes. So I like Roden. I like Saucer. I like Thompson. Outside of that, if you want to take some shots in these cheap guys, be my guest. Nunn started, only played 17 minutes. He is 4.7K. I guess if I had to pick a fourth, it probably would be him. But again, only 17 minutes is a bit disappointing. Want to target whatever this guy's name is, and I'm going to try to pronounce it. He played the backup 5. Sure, you can be my guest, but outside of those three guys, really, it's hard to trust anyone. Utah, Keontae George injured. He's done for the summer league. I expect everyone else to play. So starters. So here, let me bring up the Jazz. Last game, they switched up. I think Justice started. So yeah, they started Justice with Samantrich, Potter, George, and Agbachi. So I assume, again, we'll see Agbachi, Samantrich, Potter, and Justice in the starting lineup. My guess for the fifth starter would probably be Ross. He played 26 minutes off the bench. So Ross at 5'5", I think is a fair value. But Agbachi, assuming he plays, I actually do like him as a spend up. He was really bad last game, but no George should be the clear go-to guy offensively. The minutes have not been great in Samantrich. Hard for me to pay that price point. Mika Potter, 8'3". I think it's fine. Relatively safe, but not going to play huge minutes. Juzek is playable off the bench. Assuming he comes to the bench, probably plays around 20 minutes. Again, we mentioned Justice started last game. I think he's fine. And then, yeah, that's really it. Let's move on to Phoenix. I mean, this team. If you're targeting outside of Kamara, just good luck. I don't even know if Kamara's going to play. He sat last game, but apparently it was due to rest. So my assumption right now is that we do get Kamara playing. But, yeah, I just... Where's the sun? This team. But yeah, if Kamara plays, I like him at 6'6". 31, 32 minutes. It was absolutely horrific last game, but I would assume he plays. Like, why would you shut down your rookie after 2 games? They have no one else in this roster they need to see, so I assume he plays. Goodwin, I'll keep an eye on the news, but I think he's done for the summer league. If you want to target anyone else, Jemison's been starting at the 5. He's been playing mid-20s minutes. He's fine, not really great offensively. Sherfield has been starting at the point and playing mid-20s minutes. That's okay at 5'3". Barry Brown had been starting, then he got a DNP. Hard had been getting a DNP, then he started, but only played 15 minutes. Olinde randomly got a start. He played 29 minutes kind of out of nowhere. And don't know what to make of that. If he starts again, sure. But basically, if I'm probably not touching anything on Phoenix outside of Kamara. Only playing Kamara if we get confirmation that he starts. The only other time I would play a Phoenix starter if we get confirmation of starters before lock. I'm just not messing with this. I'm not messing with it unless we get confirmation of starters before lock. Finally, Memphis and the Lakers. So Memphis, late game, this is a little bit worrisome. I think there's a chance that these main guys get shut down here, that being Lofton, LaRavia, Roddy, Gilliard. Vince Williams has missed the last 2 games. I think will continue to miss. But if all the main guys play, then I love Lofton. I think he'd be one of my favorite spend-ups on the board. He's been really, really good in the Summer League so far. Ravia, Roddy, Gilliard would all be pretty safe plays. All have been playing 30-ish minutes. And then, let's talk about this. I play unowned Gregory Jackson last game. GG Jackson, right? I play unowned GG Jackson with Vince Williams out. 1 of 9, 0 of 7 shooting from 3. Oh of 7. And do you know who I faded him for Tyrese Martin that day? Tyrese Martin went for 40. Played Tyrese Martin today. Plays 15 minutes. Massive bust. But like 80% ownership when I fade Martin for GG Jackson. Jackson 1 of 9 shooting. Career game for Tyrese Martin. Hey. Yo. Yeah. But he is someone, GG Jackson, that if they do end up resting a lot of the guys, probably would be one of the main guys. But Borovic would most likely start in that scenario. Ferrari would probably start. You can go back and see what Memphis did when they did shut down all their guys. That would be Thursday, July 6th, if you're curious. They shut down all their starters, and they played. I'll read you out the starting lineup. So they started Ferrari, Hunt, Jackson, Borovic, and Bates. They played 10 guys. Jackson played the most 27 minutes. Ferrari played the most 28 minutes. Jackson played 27 minutes. Finally, the Lakers, we got to keep an eye on Christian news. He's hip injury day to day. I would assume he does not play. That's just because of the Summer League. We will see. If Christian does play, I like him. Castleton, once again, my favorite play for the Lakers. Should play high 20s to low 30s minutes. Stuff in the stat sheet, I think he's very, very safe. There's no Christie. A couple guys benefit. Hood Shafino, Hodge would benefit. I would like both a good amount more. Hodge had a really good game. Was a bit tilted about that. I thought he was over-owned. Career game shooting for him, 22 points, but relatively cheap still. He would benefit if Christie's out. And then I don't know who the fifth starter. Swider's been starting. He's scoring independent. He's fine. I don't know who the fifth starter would be. It could go to a Lewis. It could go to a Bow. Probably one of those two would start if there's no Christie. I assume Pippen's still out. He's been out for the entire summer. So that's the breakdown. I'm going to wrap it up there. I know I tilted for 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of you guys just come just for that. If you enjoyed the breakdown, let me know in the video. But yeah. one more time. Again, no one runs worse. I'm speechless after what I witnessed with the Magic. The speechless in general, what I've witnessed today in Summer League, but especially with the Magic and that fourth quarter and Witherspoon, I'm going to have nightmares. I don't know if I'm going to sleep. I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. So enjoy, guys. We'll see you all in the next video. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate the support. Obviously, you guys know I am crazy. If you guys watch these videos, I know I am, but you guys continue to watch. It means a lot. So thanks, guys. See you.